Good evening, everyone.
Oh.
Welcome to a night of IHSAA basketball here on the Eastern Hancock Sports Network. We are live here tonight, bringing you all the action from Charlottesville, Indiana, where the hometown Eastern Hancock Royals will be taking on the visiting Randolph Southern Rebels. A little bit of info on these teams here. Eastern Hancock is coached by Aaron Spalding. Coach Spalding has a record of 286 wins to 242 losses here in his 24th year at Eastern Hancock. The Royals have a record of 5-1 and 2-0 in Mid-Eastern Conference play. Their lone loss coming to 4A New Pal back on December 2nd. We see here, if we look last week, Eastern Hancock only played one game, but they made the most of it. They absolutely destroyed the Knightstown Panthers by a score of 67-10. It was the largest margin of victory in the 79-game series between those two teams, and also set a new school record for fewest points allowed in a game. We look at the Rebels here of Randolph Southern. Randolph Southern is coached by Brian Stewart. He is 4-2 here in his first year in Lynn, Indiana. The Rebels, as we said, are 4-2 on the season, 1-0 in Mid-Eastern Conference play, with their only conference game coming against the Union Modoc Rockets back on the night before Thanksgiving. As we said, Randolph Southern has been a bit of a scoring machine. They're averaging nearly the exact same offensive total as the Royals. Pretty impressive because we know what kind of points Eastern Hancock can put up. Randolph Southern's key wins have been against Muncie, Burris, and Union County. They have fallen to Cambridge City, Lincoln, and Winchester. Take a look at the Mid-Eastern Conference standings here. 4 teams undefeated in conference play: Blue River, Eastern, Wapahani, and Randolph Southern. We'll see one of those teams will fall here tonight, and one will move on, keeping that undefeated conference record alive. Talk about the scoring for these two teams. For the Royals, most of the attention has deservedly been on the Spalding twins, but it's been the balanced scoring that has pushed Eastern up and above their opponents so far. The top 6 players have all been capable of putting up huge numbers, and all of them have scored in double figures, with the exception of Caden Rubel, who's hit 8 points several times. In addition, everybody's hit multiple three-pointers on the season, and our three-point percentage is nearly 40% as a team. However, the big story has been defense, where the Royals have been absolutely stifling, keeping 3 of their last 4 opponents under 30 points. As we said earlier, Randolph Southern's been averaging 64 points a game and has yet to score fewer than 54 in any contest. We're going to have to see if the unstoppable force or the immovable object wins out here this evening.
I'll tell you what, the most impressive part of that game on Friday night against the Panthers to me was the incredible defense. As you said, we held down the Panthers to 12 points, the least amount of points we've allowed scored in a varsity game. Just incredible defense. We saw the JV team pick that up tonight in the first game. I'd love to see another, I don't know, like in the teens. If we can hold them, that would be spectacular, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Especially with Burke averaging, like you said, 18-something.
Yeah, Burke averages nearly 19 points a game and 14 rebounds. He's had double-doubles in 5 out of their 6 games. And the Rebels do the vast majority of their work from inside the paint, so they're scoring 54 a game, but they only have one player averaging more than 30% from beyond the arc. You talked about holding them down. Last season, we'll look at last season's numbers. When we held teams under 60 points, let's just say under 50 points, actually. When we held teams under 50 points, we were 19-2.
Woo.
So When we were held them under 60, we were 22-5, which is still an outstanding record. So, like you said, let's try to keep them under that 50-point mark, and they're averaging 64. So we're going to have the national anthem here. When we do that, we're going to take a quick word from our friends at 9 Star.
We are really heavily involved in the community, so there are multiple different volunteer opportunities that we can go and do.
Volunteer time to share their time and talents with organizations that need not only monetary assistance, but just people's time to help those organizations grow and thrive.
9 Star is a different kind of company, and the difference is you.
High school sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirit, to pure sports. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
Before we get underway tonight, my partner this evening is Scott Knight. Here I am, Michael Gallion, bringing you all the action here that's going to happen this evening. Going to turn to starting lineups here for the turn to the PA for us.
Senior number 12, Elijah Allen. 5'7" senior number 20, Wyatt Saylor. 6'7" senior number 22, Joe Burke. And 6'3" junior number 30, Ian Vance. Coach of the Rebels is Mr. Brian Stewart. And now for your Eastern Hancock Royals. Starting at one guard, a 6' senior number 2, Silas Spalding. Also at guard, a 6' senior number 11, Jacob Spalding. At guard, a 6'3" senior number 23, Edric Miller. At forward, a 6'3" senior number 33, Grant Gray. And at center, a 6'4" sophomore number 43, Caden Rubal. Your Royals are coached by Mr. Aaron Spalding.
All right, folks, there's your starting lineups. We're getting ready to get underway. Looks like Burke and
Probably Gray.
Yeah, see if he goes with Gray or Miller. Sometimes he likes to switch it up. The roster's got me here. Randolph Southern has a Vance Taylor and an Ian Vance right next to each other on the roster. It's got me, I might mess that up. So Burke and Gray.
Jake, he's going to get to the basket. Oh, and it rolls off the rim. He was looking for some contact. Saylor, and he gets blocked from Rubel, I believe, although Eddie may have got a piece of that as well. Rubel grabs the rebound. Gray thinks about the three-pointer. Jake to Silas. Grant wide open from the wing.
Got it.
Good.
Grant Gray starts us off with a three. There's Noah Allen down the corner. Oh, good ball movement there from the Rebels. Saylor puts it up and in for two. 3-2 Eastern Hancock. 1 minute gone here in the first quarter.
And Saylor waited for Grant to go up and come back down before he actually took that shot. Oh, Eddie just blows right by.
Blew his doors off. Edric Miller lays it in for two.
And here's our press.
Allen gets it up to Burke. Burke tries to Euro step around. Rubel can't do it, and Gray with the rebound.
Caden did a good job of holding his position that time, so he didn't pick up a foul.
Yep. Jake Spalding on the wing over to Edric Miller. Poked away there by, that was Elijah Allen. Trying to figure out which Allen that was. Allen puts it up, no good. Edric with the rebound. Up ahead to Jake Spalding. He lays it in for 2. Eastern Hancock leads by 5. 6:15 left here in the first quarter. Saylor over to Elijah Allen, back to Saylor. Saylor has it stolen away by Rubel.
And that's the second time Saylor's gone in like looking for the contact and not got good shots off.
Oh,
Great job.
But Rubel shuffled his feet.
But him running the lane there was fantastic. Was that Eddie who put the pass right on the button?
Take a look at Edric on that replay. Just blows by the defender there. Nice play by Edric. Full court pressure. Saylor over to Elijah Allen. I'm going to call him Elijah and Noah. Noah with it. In the corner, Vance back up to Noah. Into Burke. Nice extra pass. Oh, tries to go back into Burke. Back up top to Elijah. Saylor 3 from the wing. Good. Saylor's got 5. And it's 7-5 Royals. Silas Spalding at the volleyball line. Working on Elijah. Tries to drive. Nothing. Up to Eddie. Edric back to Silas on the wing. Silas kicks to Grant. 3 from up top. No good. Rebound by Elijah Allen.
Both teams really playing good defense.
Yep. Saylor again. No. Eddie with the rebound.
Oh, and he's just off and running.
Nobody else was going with him, though. Pulls it back. Hits Jake Spalding up top for 3. Jake Spalding.
And you can't lose Jake.
Now, if you're an opposing team, that's one thing you can't do. Burke up top. Has it stolen away by Jake. Jake had 9 steals last week. Silas on the run. No. Rebound. Rubel is good. Rubel puts it back up and in.
Yeah, but he's going to get a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play. Burke, it almost looked like you hear talk about in the NBA about pulling the chair out. He was expecting some contact, and I think not getting it threw him off, and he lost that dribble, and Royals convert.
Rubel knocks home the free throw.
Noah.
Oh, and he's fouled by Rubel. That was a good call.
Yep. The thing was that was a really good job. There wasn't really a chance for Caden.
That'll send Noah Allen to the line to shoot 2.
And that was a quick first step from him.
You can see why as a freshman he's getting, he's a starter, scoring nearly 9 points a game. Second free throw's good. He's on the board. The score is 13-6 Eastern Hancock. 4.5 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Edric Miller, guarded by Elijah, gets it to Cy and to Jake in the corner for 3. No good. Rebound fought for, knocked out of bounds. They're going to say it was off Burke.
I think tonight might be a night we see Caden get a couple of three-point attempts, too. They're really not wanting to cover him out on the arc.
No.
But we're spreading it out to try to get some lanes.
Good inbound play. I like that inbound play. Gray, no good. It's Elijah Allen with his second rebound. They like to run the floor. They run it well. No finish there. It's going to be out of bounds off of the Royals.
No, and I think Noah made the wrong play there. He had Burke open on the other block. He drew the defender to himself and then tried to go up and couldn't convert.
Eastern was arguing the call, but it looked like a good call. Oh, very nearly a foul there by Jake Spalding trying to knock that ball away, but no call. Get it up to Edric. Blocked by Allen. Elijah Allen with the block and the rebound. Gets it up ahead to Burke.
Oh, and they're going to start hollering for fouls here.
Yeah, this officiating crew, this is a veteran crew. I mean, extreme veteran crew here. I don't mean old. I mean, they
got a lot of games.
They have done a lot of games, and they're really good. But they are letting them play here tonight, which right now is going to benefit the Royals.
Yep, absolutely.
Silas step back 3. Yeah, that really wasn't a great shot from him.
No, he was drifting to his left as he let that go.
Vance gets the rebound.
Oh, here we go.
Elijah Allen to Burke. Back to Elijah. Cross court to Saylor. Saylor pulls up from 15. No good. Rebounded by Gray.
And honestly, it feels like we're playing a little bit of a mirror image of ourselves. Not a perfect comparison, but
the difference right now, the Rebels' lack of three-point shooting.
Yep. Oh, did you see
nice
that?
Nice move. Eddie couldn't finish it, but Grant was right there for the layup and putback.
He got into that spin so quick.
Timeout there by the Rebels. I did not get that one on replay, so we're going to take a second here from our friends at 9-Star.
At 9-Star Connect, we're committed to delivering dependable and affordable electricity, and we know the best internet service is all about speed and reliability. We deliver both. At 9-Star Connect, we are a different kind of company, and the difference is you.
So right now, you said it best. We're playing almost a mirror image of each other. I really like their defensive pressure's good, and they're getting the ball up the court well. Just the biggest difference is, Saylor really their only constant three-point shooter, three-point threat from looking at their stats. I think he's the only one that's attempted a three so far for them, whereas everyone on the floor likes to shoot for the Royals.
Yep.
Burke over to Elijah. Elijah tries to go back to Burke and has it poked away by Gray.
And they're going to have to get something from some other people. We are really defending Burke well right now, collapsing on him. Oh!
Grant Gray takes it in and lays it up for two. Yeah, we made Burke a focal point. You can tell just by the way that we're collapsing on him. And when you score 19 a game, you're going to be a focal point.
Oh, yeah.
Saylor for three. Got it. Wyatt Saylor has 8. They're single-handedly keeping the Rebels in the game from a scoring perspective. Edric Miller for three. Can't respond. Burke with his first rebound of the night. Up ahead, Elijah's blocked by Eddie, but Burke with the rebound. Burke with the putback in up and in.
Man, I really think he's kind of getting the Shaq treatment tonight. He's getting bodied a lot.
Yes, he is.
And I don't know if you mentioned it, Luke Morris has checked in for the Royals too.
I missed that one. Yeah, they're letting them play physical with Burke. Silas off the screen from Grant, no good. Rebounded by Edric Miller. Dishes over to Gray. Good ball movement from the Royals. Too quick for me to say. Eddie pulls up from 10 feet. No. Rebounded by Burke. Eastern Hancock leads by 6. A minute and a half left here in the first quarter. Burke at the free throw line. Over Gray. Buries it.
That was pretty.
Joe Burke went from nothing to 4 points, 4 rebounds like that.
Yep.
Jake Miller guarded by Saylor. Kicks over to his brother. Side drives right by Noah. Lays it up and in for 2. That is senior versus freshman right there. That's all that was. Burke to Noah. Back up to Saylor at the volleyball line. Cross court to Elijah. Back. Oh, stolen away. Jake Spalding.
2-on-1. All right, Jake.
Jake with the finger roll. And you said it last week against Knightstown. Jake looked a little hobbled towards the end of the game. I don't know if he pulled something or tweaked something. Was slow getting up there, but looked more like a cramp than anything else. Noah to Burke. Burke with the spin move. Left hand, no. Gets his own rebound. Kicks it back out to Noah. Saylor over to Elijah. Elijah thought about the three. Grabs it. Cross to Vance. Vance will take the three. Way off the mark. Gray with the rebound.
Yeah, and Jake came flying out in his face and threw Vance off. Under 15 seconds left. We'll hold for a shot.
Yep. 8-point lead. Edric, guarded by Elijah, gets it to Jake, guarded by Noah. Jake crosses him over, goes up, and is blocked by Burke. We're going to take a quick sec and hear from our friends at 9-Star.
When moving into a new home, we ask ourselves questions like, Who is the best internet provider in town? Well, have you considered locally owned 9-Star Connect? We've become the fastest, most reliable, and dedicated fiber-to-the-home internet company in central Indiana. Our internet packages have been modified, and we are changing speeds at a more competitive price. So give us a look. Visit us at 9starconnect.com. 9-Star is a different kind of company.
All right, you got a first quarter rundown there for us, Scott?
We've got Jake and Grant leading the way for the Royals with 7 apiece, Rubel with 3, and Eddie and Silas with 2 each. And I've got
for the Rebels, Noah Allen has 1, Wyatt Saylor 8, and Joe Burke 4.
Yeah, and that's I think we're going to need to see some more Saylor. If you're a Rebels fan, you want to see him scoring. Burke's taking some physical abuse right now in the paint.
All right, like I said, this crew is an excellent crew, but they're going to let the two teams play. That's going to benefit the older team more often than not. Just because you're older, you're more mature, and you're stronger.
Right.
Trapped there. Sailor's trapped in the corner. Timeout, Rebels.
And I love when we start doing that. And we hadn't put that on maybe since the very beginning of the game. So Rebels may be unprepared for it coming out of the quarter break.
Again, we talked about it in the pregame, but the conference standings here, both the Royals and the Rebels are undefeated. Eastern Hancock 2-0 in conference, Randolph Southern 1-0. So one of these teams is going to stay undefeated, and the other one going to get their first loss of the season in conference play. And I think it's going to be a very competitive finish to the season here in the Mid-Eastern Conference.
Yeah, Wapahani always tough, and then Blue River currently undefeated as well.
Blue River is just so well coached. Wapahani, Isaac Andrews is a special player for them. Burke drives, kicks to the corner. Noah Allen, 3, airballs it. Rebounded by Elijah, back to Burke, no. And Burke's going to get the foul, pushing Jake Spalding there.
Yeah, that's twice Burke's left it short inside. You just wonder if that's going to be an accumulative thing as he just gets bodied and bodied and bodied throughout the night, and they are not giving him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, only 3 fouls in that first, or 2 fouls in the first quarter. That last one just came there. Jake Spalding gets to his brother's side, guarded by Noah. Up to the near wing to Edric. Tries to shovel it over to Grant, but just a little too hot.
Yeah, it looked like Grant was moving in maybe for a rebound. Thought he was going to take it up.
Saylor up to Noah. Tries to get to Burke, poked away by Gray. Oh, that's going to be a charge.
Yep, and it's because
Oh, no, they called a block.
Well, the guy down in front of the Rebels bench called it a charge. I thought Cy dropped his shoulder.
I thought he did too. Here's the replay. Yeah, you're right. The guy on the far side overruled the guy here in front of the bench.
Yeah, I don't know enough about ref mechanics to know who gets the final call, but Rebels bench not happy with that.
Can't say that I blame him. I thought it was a charge.
Yeah, I did too.
That foul went on Noah Allen, his second.
So often with charges, it's hard to tell the charge block, and so you look at the body position of the offensive player, and Cy didn't help himself. Got very fortunate.
We could have asked Rex Chapman.
We could have asked Rex Chapman.
Oh, hot pass there. Goes through, but Saylor manages to corral it. Saylor is just being hounded by the Twins. He is in a Spalding sandwich, kicks it over to Vance, corner 3, air ball. Burke with the rebound putback, and he's fouled by Gray.
And he finally gets a call. He's like, thank you very much. And Grant, to his credit, it's not complaining about that. He knows.
No, he was, it's one of those, when you get a corner 3, it's going to be a rebound that's going to go in a weird way.
Yep.
And that one was just a long 3. Burke one-handed it with the right hand, and Grant was just out of position.
Yep, and Caden comes in for Grant. Grant will get a break. What kind of condiments do you put on a Spalding sandwich?
I don't know.
Do you have chips with that? There you go, Luke. Like to see him get into the paint and dish. Couldn't convert.
3 from Jake was no good. Elijah Allen up ahead to Saylor, and Saylor's got 2 more.
Yeah, we got to be careful about that. I don't know who that was that came down and smacked the backboard. officials typically don't like that either.
Cy working on Noah. 7-point game, or 6-point game here. Kicks it over to Jake, over to Edric on the far wing. Edric Miller drives, kicks up top to Luke Morris. Luke's three is short, but right to Silas Spalding, who gets the rebound, puts it back up and in. No. Back out to Edric.
Oh.
Eddie traveled with it.
Right now we got a little bit cold, at least for the Royals.
By the way, that was Luke's first missed three of the season. Wow. He was 4 of 4 before that. Like, I could say that, so maybe I'll unjinx him and he'll hit the next one.
Absolutely.
Burke to Elijah to Noah. Noah still out there with 2. Vance in the corner for 3. No. Rebounded by Edric Miller. Rubel goes up. No. Gets his own rebound. Puts it up and in.
Credit to Caden for staying with that. I think he thought he got fouled as well.
Caden Rubel, 5 points, 2 rebounds. Jake Spalding just steals Elijah Allen's pass there. And there's 4 quick points after you just talked about us going a little cold.
Yep.
And this is, you know what this is right now, too. This is Randolph Southern. Oh, that was off of Rubel. Yep. Randolph Southern has yet to sub. And even though the Royals have only subbed one guy, we're still that one guy getting able to rotate a little bit more. They don't look like they're dragging quite as much with this up-tempo pace of play.
Right.
There's Elijah Allen gets the easy basket. They lost him on defense, and he's got his first points of the game.
So in this early part of the season, we've only been going with one guy off the bench. I was wondering how deep the Rebels would go.
And, we said it, Noah Allen's got 2 fouls, and coach didn't even think about taking him out there.
Nope.
Oh, Luke Morris with the nifty move. Loses it, though, and Burke with the steal. Oh, great play by Jake Spalding to save the breakaway, but then Jake's going to get the reach in.
Yep. And Morris, he is a pass-first guard.
Yes.
And you almost want him to be a little more selfish in that situation there.
Because he should have taken the little floater and hit that.
Yep.
By the way, that foul called on Jake. Oh, travel. That really made the Rebel fans happy. They were excited to see a foul on Jake.
Well, and the fouls are balanced. We've just been, like we said, there are 2 in the first quarter, 2 total.
The Eastern Hancock, the stronger team. Again, that's what you're going to get when you're playing 4 seniors, a junior, and then Caden Rubel, who is a huge sophomore. Jake Spalding with the basket and the foul. That foul was on Saylor. Check the replay on that. Jake gets the screen from Rubel. Takes it all the way in, puts it up and in. That'll send Jake to the line trying to finish the 3-point play. And he will. Jake, a 73% free throw shooter.
They got called Jake on that one. Oh, Eddie. Yeah, they're starting to call that little reach-in kind of poke that we do.
And we've talked about it a million times before. That little reach-in, some refs will call that right off the bat, and then you'll see our guys quit doing it.
Yep.
We do it until we just know what they're going to call. Saylor drives in.
Oh. Luke grabs the charge there.
Yep.
Well done.
Saylor just picked up his second. Trying to see what I think about the call here on the replay.
That's hard when you look at what they let us get away with.
Yeah, I could go either way with that. It looked like Luke was still leaning a little bit, but I could be happy either way. Silas pump fake, lets him blow right by, and then drains the 3. Silas Spalding with his first 3 of the game. He's got 5. Noah in the corner. Cross court to Saylor, inside to Burke. Burke wraparound pass to Elijah. No. Rebounded by Silas Spalding.
And he probably should have just gone straight up with it. He let his pump fakes let our defense recover. Eddie's in and out. Good rebound from Caden. Can't convert.
Rubel got 2 rebounds and a layup right there.
Yep, off the tip, he ends up with that second one. That was a great job, too, of staying with it.
Burke went for the block instead of the rebound, And that's what let Rubel get it. And then Burke gets called for the travel. And I'll tell you what, wouldn't be surprised to see a timeout here from the Rebels to kind of calm his guys down. You don't want to see this get out of hand if you're a Randolph Southern fan, because it just went from 23-17
Yep.
to 35-19 in the snap of a finger.
Yeah, we finally sped them up a little bit. They'd been handling our press pretty well, and all of a sudden they stopped.
They lost Silas. That's what happens when you lose Silas, and there's that timeout.
Yep, and that may have been one possession too late.
Let's look at some upcoming games here in the Mid-Eastern Conference. This last weekend, Randolph Southern fell to Cambridge City Lincoln. Union fell to Elwood. Shenandoah lost to Greenwood Christian. Monroe Central beat Hagerstown. Cowan lost to Tipton. Wapahani beat Alexandria, and Westdale beat Daleville. Tonight, Frankton's at Wapahani. South Adams is at Monroe Central. And then Friday, Frankton is supposed to be at Monroe Central, but looking at the weather, the likelihood of that game getting played is not very high.
Yeah, I don't see much of that happening.
So a really quiet week here, the week before Christmas, as far as the around the conference goes. And I don't even think there's a lot going on around the county either. The only other game, Heritage Christian is playing at Pendleton tonight. That's the only other game in the area. So Eastern Hancock leads 38-19, 2:53 to play here in the second quarter. Whether you're a Royal fan or a Rebel fan, we want to thank you for tuning in with us tonight here. Elijah Allen, three, no good. Rebounded by Burke. Step back, way off. Rebounded by Jake Spalding. Jake goes up, no good. Rubel with the rebound.
And that's Noah Allen with the foul. Caden hustling from one end to the other.
That's Noah's third, by the way.
Yep.
We're going to see our first substitution of the game. Brody Sullivan going to come in. First free throw was good. So Brody Sullivan, we saw him in the JV game. Checks in. Rubel hits both of them. He's got 9. 9 points, 4 rebounds for Caden Rubel so far. Get it to Burke. They've pushed Burke up to the three-point line. That's where he's catching it now. Saylor from the wing, got another one. Wyatt Saylor's got his third three of the game. He's got 13.
And that's what's got to happen with Burke not scoring. They've got to get some help.
Silas Spalding step back is good. Elijah splits everybody.
Wow.
Nice play, kicks it out to Vance. You can tell Vance wanted that three. Foul there by Rubel. And Rubel just came down with the arms a skosh, and that led to the foul. I think Vance is a little gun shy. He's missed a couple threes.
Yep.
And led to him not taking that one there. Trent Jeffries is getting ready to check in for the Rebels.
He's going to get Sullivan.
By the way, that was Rubel's second foul. Team's fifth foul. Allen hits the second. Scores 42-23 Eastern Hancock. A minute 45 left here in the first half. Get it into Jake, guarded by Saylor. Up top to Edric. Dish over to Grant Gray. Back out to Spalding for three in the corner. Got it. Jake Spalding with another three.
And right now we're hitting them from all sides. There's just only so much they can do. And a great job of elevating from Jake. Yeah, they're going to call that
they're going to call it a goaltend, right?
Yep.
Let's see it on the replay. Was it a good call? Looks like it.
Yeah.
Kind of hard to tell. It's such a bang-bang thing. We can't slow it down.
Yeah, we do not have the NBA technology.
So Jake Spalding with 17 first half points here. Joe Burke kicking over to Vance in the corner. Vance in and out and in and out. Rebounded by Elijah Allen, puts it up and in for 2.
And nobody got in front of him after he got the rebound. We just watched him like he even stood there for a little bit.
Yeah. Eastern Hancock leads 47-25. 52 seconds left here in the first half. Edric Miller kicks over to Gray. They didn't get out on him. Gray missed the 3. Rebound by Jake Spalding. Kicks to his brother. Cy throws it away to Saylor.
Yeah, Luke's going to get the block. So they put Burke on Cy, and I'm wondering how do you decide which Spalding you're going to put the big guy on?
Probably Cy's more, I mean, Cy can do anything, but he's a little more of a shooter. Maybe you're trying to get a hand up? I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, we lost him there. Layup, no good. Oh, rebound by Elijah Allen. Kicks out Vance, no good. They're going to call Morris for another one.
Yeah, and we let Allen get position again.
That's going to be 1-1 now for Allen.
I'll tell you what, this does not feel like a 22-point game.
Well, that one spurt is really the difference between this being a 6-point game.
Yep.
And that's what makes Eastern Hancock such a tough team for teams to play is you have to play 32 minutes of outstanding basketball. And you have a 2-minute let up, and that could be a 15-point, get gashed for 15 points right there. Allen hits the first. And the second. It's 3 of 4 from the stripe. 25 seconds left. Royals will hold for the last shot. Ten seconds.
Jake looking to trigger it. Gets into the middle.
Wild shot, no. Rebounded by Vance. Oh, going to get a travel by Elijah Allen.
And that was Jake was looking for the contact again, and they're not always putting a body on him.
2 seconds left. Coach Spalding going to use his timeout.
And we'll see what he draws up here.
While doing that, we'll take a quick timeout here, 15-second timeout from
At 9 Star Connect, we're committed to delivering dependable and affordable electricity, and we know the best internet service is all about speed and reliability. We deliver both. At 9 Star Connect, we are a different kind of company, and the difference is you.
So Silas Spalding to inbound. Going to get it to Gray in the corner. Gray.
Yeah.
No good. Hits the wire. And that'll do it for the end of the first half. The score, Eastern Hancock 47, Randolph Southern 27. If you want to run down the scoring here, I'm going to get the stats ready for halftime.
All right, hang on just a second.
We'll tally it up.
Yeah, I got to add up our other ones.
And we'll hear from the IHSA real quick while you're doing that.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
Good. All right, come back. So we're going to have Jake Spalding leads all scorers with 17. His brother Cy has 12. Both of them scored 10 points in that second quarter. Eddie's got 7. Eddie's got 2. Grant's got 7. Caden scored 6 in that quarter for a total of 9. Those are the only 5 Royals to score. On the Rebels side, Wyatt Saylor leads the way with 13, and he has hit 3 3-pointers. Burke has looking at this right? 6? Yeah.
Yeah, 6. Sorry.
And Elijah Allen 7 after a scoreless first quarter. Noah Allen has 1. Elijah Allen doing a lot of his damage at the line.
And on the Royals side, Caden Rubel with 7 rebounds for the Royals. So we're going to take a quick break and let you hear from the IHSA Commissioner's Corner and Commissioner Paul Neidig.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome back, everyone, to our weekly conversation with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. And Commissioner, holiday time, lots of tournaments, lots of one-day extravaganzas, irrespective of the sports. And so, it's going to be one of those kinds of times where people are just having as much fun as they can. And you're out there having fun. And one of the things we remind people is when you go to a game, sportsmanship is a real thing, and we'd like to see it because these are officials who aren't full-time. They're not doing this for a living. They're doing this to make an extra buck and to help kids have some fun. So I want to underscore how important that is for everybody involved.
I think that's exactly right, Coach. And, often for me, perspective comes to mind when I think about officials and when you look about the parents, the student athletes, the coaches, the fans. And it's about keeping perspective of what we're trying to do in an environment the student athletes get to grow up in. And, officials don't make a primary living as and as a matter of fact, they really only make gas money in a lot of places, less than $100 to officiate a varsity basketball contest, but they choose to do that because the game really meant something to them at some point in their lives. And, they want to give back. And, a lot of our ex-athletes, former players, former coaches even out officiating for us now. And they just want to do it so kids can have an opportunity to play just like they were able to do many years ago in many cases. So, perspective is so important when we look at games that kids play.
Well, I think we take it way too personally. I think we forget this simple concept that everybody in between those black lines, everybody along the side, scorers bench, benches, all that other stuff, everyone on the court, everyone on the benches, everyone at the scorers table will make a mistake. Everyone will make one. Hopefully not very many, but they'll make one. Coaches will make mistakes. Kids will make mistakes. Timer will hit the wrong button. Scorer will get the wrong player. Officials, yes, they make mistakes. They really, really do. And since we're trying to be teaching kids lessons, we don't want the lesson to be that when things don't go your way, you go ballistic and act like an idiot. Not to, maybe cut to the chase there. That's one thing we're not trying to teach. We're trying to teach how to understand and accept problems as they come and adjust and do the best you can.
Well said, Coach. It's just so important to keep that in mind. And it is about adjusting. It's about learning the life lessons. One of the things I often try to say is, when you think about sport, we have a game that we all love, whether it's whatever it is that we offer, but it was officiated by human beings, created by human beings, played by human beings, coached by human beings, and watched by human beings. And I often say only one perfect person walked this earth, and my mom's not officiating tonight. So, we need to make sure that we keep it all in perspective along the way and understand that human beings are the imperfect, much as we try not to be, but they are, and then mistakes are made.
Well, the issue nowadays is you at the association find it very, very difficult to find the right number of officials. You're compromised in terms of football and basketball tournaments because you're literally running out of officials to officiate these kinds of events.
That's exactly right, Coach. And so far we're working hard to get more officials in, and you can go to our website at ihsaa.org and sign up to become official, and we love people when they do that. But, regionally, we have some real shortages in the state. If you go to the northwest corner of the state of Indiana, we have a real struggle to get football officials. In other places, it may be track and field or soccer. And, it's still, there are still areas where we have a lot of officials. We still have a lot of basketball officials in the state, but we can always use one more.
He's the commissioner of the IHSAA. It's Paul Neidig. This is our weekly conversation about all things IHSAA related. Commissioner, holidays here. Have a happy holiday. Thank you so much for your time, and best of luck to everybody involved with the IHSAA.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks for listening to The Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and Coach Bob Lovell. And thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
All right, folks, we are back here, getting ready to start the second half of this game here from Charlottesville, Indiana. Eastern Hancock with the 47-27 lead, and Coach Knight alluded to it before halftime. It doesn't feel like a 20-point game. It was a 6-point game for most of that first half, and then just that quick outburst there midway through the second quarter. And you can see the big difference there. You know, rebounds pretty even, three-point shooting pretty even, but just the field goal percentage overall, the Royals shooting 14% better, also with 5 less turnovers. And the thing is, most of the turnovers that the Rebels have had have turned into Eastern Hancock points, whereas most of the Royal turnovers have not necessarily led to layups on the other end.
Rebels having a hard time converting. I would be curious what our shooting percentage is. It's not great.
It was on the screen there.
But I was going to say, it's pretty good, though.
It was 46% for us and 31% from behind the arc. So, again, not great, but that's a testament to Randolph Southern's defense at this point.
And we'll see if the refs will continue to let them bang inside.
So I'm going to guess starters both ways here even before they even come out. Looks like that is the case. That'll be Spalding, Gray, Miller, and Rubel for the Eastern Hancock Royals. That'll be Saylor, the two Allens, Noah and Elijah, Joe Burke, and Ian Vance. Eddie, wide open three on the top of the key. Leaves it to the right a little bit. Burke with the rebound. It's his 8th rebound. He said he averages 14. He was right on pace there.
Noah gets it back to Burke.
Kicks out to Saylor. Saylor nearly walked with it. Oh, fancy move. Burke with the tip. No. And Gray finally corrals it. Edrick Beats Elijah, dishes down to Jake. Jake's got a room on Saylor, and he's fouled by Elijah Allen.
I think one of the things Burke's struggling with is he's probably going to out-jump a typical high school basketball player. But we got a bunch of guys that can jump, and with Grant's length, Caden inside, there's some guys that can match him. And so like that tip, that's probably an easy shot for him in pretty much any other game. Tonight it's a contested shot.
Jake knocks home the first free throw, as we said. Jake Spalding, a 73% free throw shooter. Only taken 11 on the season, so these ones here tonight should increase that average.
It seems strange this far in the season for him.
I know. Especially with the way he plays, you'd think he would have more free throw attempts. We've seen a lot of officials really letting him play. Eddie, I was hoping for a fancy save there as Eddie went diving into Tim Stein, but Tim didn't even flinch.
He does live with Jaden. I imagine Jaden's probably diving around the house all the time. So.
Probably. Burke to Saylor. Saylor thought about it, pulls up just inside the arc. No. Rebound tip to Rubel.
And again, Royals looking to push.
Jake Desai. Gray, corner three, off the mark. Rebound by Noah Allen, his first rebound of the game. Knocked out of bounds off Eddie.
And I really like that from the Rebels, that if you can get a long rebound, you want to turn and beat us back, because then we can't get in defense. Our defense has been really good.
Noah Allen, no. Off of Burke, or no, they're going to call it off for Rubel, out of bounds.
Yeah, Burke's lucky not to get fouled that time.
Get it over. Noah Allen, three from the wing, buries it. Noah Allen's first field goal of the game. Got a wet spot on the floor there.
Not sure if I've seen that called in the middle of a possession before.
So Eastern Hancock by 19, 49-30 right now. 6:20 left here in quarter number 3. Jake Spalding on the far wing. Gets it to Edric Miller. Edric spins, dishes to Gray from the near wing. Three is right down the middle.
That was really pretty. Eddie drew Burke off Grant. Left Grant all by himself outside the arc.
Foul on the floor there. Feel like it's going to be on Rubel.
Yeah, they gave the wrong number, I think, but
yeah, but
we don't have a 42, so.
And it's good to see Grant starting to get his rhythm back. He started off that opening night. He was 1 of 11 against Centerville, and he slowly started to get back in rhythm. Vance tries to answer, no, rebounded by Gray.
Yeah, that was probably the worst shooting night I've seen Grant have since he's been at Eastern.
Jake up and in for 2 more. Rubel up ahead to Jake Spalding. Jake lays it up for his brother. Size fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot a pair.
So I couldn't get it off his hip quick enough, and then was fading when he got fouled.
That foul was on Elijah Allen, his second foul here.
Silas makes the first.
Hits the second. Royals are perfect from the free throw line. 10 of 10. Steal there. Gray comes up with it, pushes it up ahead to Edric Miller. Lays it up, no good. Rebounded by Saylor.
Tough shot over the front of the rim like that.
It was. Burke tries to go over to Noah Allen, stolen away by Jake Spalding. Jake up to Eddie. Eddie dishes to Cy. Cy saw Burke coming and decided not to shoot it. Dishes to Gray, and Grant buries another 3. Grant Gray in double figures now.
I want to ask Coach Paxton if we track how many times we get a hand on a ball in a passing lane, because to me that's been the story of the night.
Yeah, those cross-court passes just keep getting deflected, like you said. That has been the difference. Noah Allen for three. Another one's good. Noah Allen was 6 of 22 on the season coming in. He just hit back-to-back threes there. Cy lost it. Dishes to Jake, over to Ed. Edric drives in. Floater, no good. Rebounded by Joe Burke.
Edric's frustrated. He can't get the shots to fall right now.
Saylor blocked. Burke with the rebound. Burke with the putback. No. On the other way, Burke travels with it.
And he is having a rough night.
I mean, he's in double figures with rebounds. I got him for 6 points, 10 rebounds.
Yeah.
Actually, 11 rebounds.
He's been called for traveling, that shuffling his feet 2 or 3 times, and left some shots I'm sure he normally makes, left him short.
Cy backs in. Noah, no good. Rebound, Cy. Kicks it out to Edric Miller for three. Eddie, no, and Burke clears it.
They got a couple guys ahead.
Up ahead, there's Elijah Allen, lays it up and in. His first points of the second half. He's got 9. 24-point lead for Eastern Hancock. And we've seen a couple games here where the Royals have kind of fallen asleep in the second half. You know, we've had some huge leads, especially some of those running clock games.
Yep.
And we've fallen asleep, and we don't want that to become a trend.
No, that's for sure.
We had a 20-point lead, and right now it's just kind of stayed at that 20-point lead. Burke picked up his first foul there in the previous possession. Silas over Noah Allen, off the mark, rebounded by Burke. He's got 13 rebounds. Allen drives, dishes over to Saylor. Saylor up to Elijah Allen. Kicks it to Noah. Back to Elijah. 15-footer is good.
A little bit of rhythm from the Rebels.
It's good to see from them. 22-point lead now for Eastern Hancock. Under 3 to play in the third quarter. Jake Spalding, step back three. No, he didn't take the three. Dishes it over to Gray. I didn't see Gray's travel,
no.
But I think Jake did.
Yeah, Jake did that Steph Curry sideways hop. So Grant's like, I didn't travel. He had no idea. It was a makeup call. Sorry, Grant. Good job, Luke.
Dangerous pass there. Another one poked away. Just active hands all over the place from the Royals. Oh, my goodness.
Well, I hope you pressed the button on that one. Behind the back save pass to a cutting Grant Lane. Oh! And they call the charge on it.
Yeah, see that replay of that save/assist?
Look at that. Now, the real question, and we can't ask him because he'll lie, but did he know Grant was trailing, or was he just trying to save it?
I'm just disappointed that Grant didn't dunk it. That would have made it cooler.
It would have. Absolutely.
Silas working on Noah.
Yeah, and he stepped back into a travel.
He broke Allen's ankles and then took an extra step. Look at this on the replay.
Yeah, and you can see it. Picked up his pivot foot to set both his feet behind the arc.
Oh, beautiful play until the travel. Saylor into Burke, over to Allen, no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the stay with the Rebels.
That was a pretty pass. Good cut from Allen. Just couldn't finish. They've had quite a few at the rim. They could not get to go in.
Yep. Gray tips it out. Noah Allen for three. Off the mark. Rebound Silas.
We got another wet spot on the floor.
Right there in front of the scorer's table. We're going to blame our scoreboard operator,
Saying he's spitting out there.
He's throwing water out there. Rex putting out there, making a mess. So Eastern Hancock ball, 1:51 left in the third quarter. Eastern Hancock leads 61-37. Edrick on the wing with it, drives in the lane, can't get the roll, but gets fouled by Elijah Allen. It's Elijah Allen's third.
Eddie is part of the game where he just needs to see the ball go through the hoop. This will be a good opportunity for that.
Yeah, he's only got 2 points. I think that came on a layup real early on.
Yep.
Leaves that one short. He's bragging about our free throw percentage and jinxed Eddie. Second one's good. Brody Sullivan coming back in. They replaced Elijah Allen. They have 4 fouls on Elijah Allen. I only had 3. Noah Allen drives. Cut off by Silas. And then he just beats everybody the ball. Silas goes up with it. No good. Grant lays it up and in. Grant Gray, 8 rebounds. To go along with 17 points. That's what I've got Grant for. Nice play by Saylor.
The first time we've said his name offensively in a while.
Edrick with the left hand, lays it up and in. You can just tell they have had so many balls poked away when they're trying to get it into the middle to Burke. There's another one. Luke Morris pokes it to Jake Spalding. Jake's going to lay it up and in. I think we're might be close to a Randolph Southern timeout. Well, it's almost quarter. But
yeah, game's starting to get away from them now.
They started to get a little sloppy with their passing there. You can tell a little bit of frustration. Foul was on Luke Morris, his third. Saylor to inbound, 38 seconds left here. Royals lead by 29. Joe Burke lays it up and in. Looked like he took too many steps there, but.
Yeah, they gave that one to him.
He gets to the basket. 68-41. Royals will hold for the last shot here. Under 10, Grant up top to Silas. Silas drives with the left hand, puts up the floater, no. Rebound goes, Morris can't get it either.
Luke's trying to get out of his hand quick and couldn't really follow through on that one. What a quarter for the Royals, at least that back half of it.
So we're going to take a sec and hear from our friends at 9 Star.
We are really heavily involved in the community, so there are multiple different volunteer opportunities that we can go and do.
Volunteer time to share their time and talents with organizations that need not only monetary assistance, but just people's time to help those organizations grow and thrive.
9 Star is a different kind of company, and the difference is you.
Okay, so real quick rundown here. Scoring-wise, after 3, Noah Allen with 7, Elijah Allen with 11, Wyatt Saylor 15, and Joe Burke 8 for the Randolph Southern Rebels.
For the Royals, Jake Spalding has 23. Grant Gray really came alive that quarter, 17. Silas with 14, Rubel with 9, and Eddie with 5. Rebels will inbound.
So Jake with 23 points. Here's your random fact of the day. Last year, Royals went 15-2 when they had a player score 20 or more.
All right.
Hoping to keep that trend alive. We're 1-0 on the season this year. Crazy to think we've played 6 games, only had 1 game where somebody's dropped 20.
You keep saying we're so balanced.
Elijah Allen over to Burke. Burke drives, kicks out to Saylor as he tripped. Lobs it into Burke. I'm going to give him a shot for that, give Rubel a rebound. Morris lays it up and in, his first points of the game.
Yeah, and Luke was ready for somebody to come flying in. Found
Yes,
himself all by himself. Wondered who he shot faked.
Burke for 3, buries it. Joe Burke.
He crossed it into double figures. That gives him 11.
That was his first 3 of the season.
Wow.
Shot that with a lot of confidence for a guy who was 0 of 6. Rubel says, I can do it too.
Yeah, and he does.
Caden Rubel buries the 3. That puts him into double figures with 12.
Yep, and we want to see Rubel doing that as we move through the season because that will keep defenses honest. Here comes Morris. I lost it.
Saylor for 3, got it.
Saylor coming alive here.
Rubel, nice honor, was named to the 2A All-State football team as a tight end, junior team. Along with Kane Sotelo, who made the All-State team for as a linebacker.
All right, Eddie.
Saylor again, off the mark, rebound, Rubel. Edric drives by Noah, puts it up, nothing there, gets his own rebound. Kicks out, Silas will bury a 3. Eastern Hancock's got 79, and there are still 6 minutes left here, or 5:44 left here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, that's a little burst.
You want to go to our trivia question?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. The greatest Christmas song of all time. Jeff Foxworthy's Redneck 12 Days of Christmas. What were the last 5 gifts given in Jeff Foxworthy's Redneck 12 Days of Christmas?
I'm not sure I know any of the gifts that were in that one.
I was going to do all 12, but there's a character limit to how many you can type on YouTube, and only the last 5 were likely to fit. So you may know the last 5 gifts given in the greatest Christmas song of all time.
Seems like there's got to be something with the Waffle House in there.
I was another great Christmas song is Leroy the Redneck Reindeer by Joe Diffie.
I have heard that, but I don't have it on the top of my head or playlist.
I had a Jeff Foxworthy cassette that had the Redneck 12 Days of Christmas.
Fantastic.
I was a kid, and that was one of my go-to Christmas songs.
I had Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer and the Barking Dogs.
Barking Dogs were good.
High art in the Knight household growing up.
Burke pulls up for another 3, short, rebounded by Jake Spalding.
Goes Cy off and running. Euro step, and it goes.
Got the layup. Royals cross the 80-point threshold. Nearly another steal.
The thing is, we don't get a chance to do this very often, score this many points, because in this game, for being a wide lead, it is still competitive. Although this, nice follow and
great block there by Elijah Allen, but nobody was following except Silas. Another steal. Silas to Jake. Jake puts it up. No. Rebound. Tapped out. Jake gets it. Eastern Hancock leads 83-47. Edric Miller floater, no. Rebounded by Noah Allen. Oh. Burke falls down. Luke Morris with the steal. Up ahead to Edric Miller. Nice extra pass to Rubel, who's tied up by Saylor. And that'll send Caden Rubel to the line to shoot 2. Caden Rubel with 12. That's a season high. His previous season high was 8 against Daleville.
Oh, good job, Caden. Good chance to add a couple more here.
You got 4 guys in double figures. Caden misses the first. Grant Gray is going to check in, so will Jaden Stein.
Yeah, if I did my math right, we just went over 35 points, too.
Yes. Caden misses them both.
Well, he hit his first 3.
Burke tries to dish it to Allen. Oh, they're going to call that out off the Royals.
I wonder if they said Caden hit it when he tried to go under his arm.
Could be. Into Burke. Out to Allen for 3. Off the mark. Rebound by Jake Spalding. Jake, step back 3. No. Rebounded by Gray. Thrown away right to the hands of Noah Allen. Saylor working on Gray. Gets cut off. Good defense. Into Elijah Allen. Puts it up. Nice move. And Elijah Allen with 2 more. And he's really filled it up after going scoreless in the first quarter.
Yep.
83-49 Eastern Hancock. By the way, the Royals are 33-0 all time when they score 80 under Coach Spalding.
Sweet. Good omen.
Morris drives, dishes. Gray, 3 on the way. Got it.
That looked pretty. We were sitting right behind that one, and the rotation on that was beautiful.
86-49.
Yeah, we're going to see the bench start clearing.
Saylor, another 3. Got it again. Wyatt Saylor with his 5th 3 of the game. He's got 21. Morris drives, dishes over to Rubel. Cross to Jake. Jake, deep 3. Off the mark. Rebound. Saylor. Noah in the corner with it. Picked up his dribble. Gets it over to Elijah. Nice pass. Noah blocked out of bounds by Grant Gray.
Yeah, but he didn't see Grant coming from behind. He got the ball fake on Stein. Charlie Halcomb, Caden Willis, and Eli Manship. One of my favorite Manships coming in here. Play with Stein and Morris.
By the way, nobody guessed my Jeff Foxworthy question.
No.
Very sad.
I'm going to assume that's because they all had to go find it to stream somewhere right now, and they're trying to work through.
I assume they all knew it off the top of their head like I do. Again, it's a Christmas classic.
We're probably 1 county over from where they have it memorized.
Manship gets in the stat book by picking up a foul there. Burke lays it up and in, and he'll get a chance at an and 1. Go ahead. Answer for the Redneck 12 Days of Christmas as Burke knocks down the free throw. 5 flannel shirts, 4 Big Mud tires, 3 shotgun shells, 2 hunting dogs, and some parts to a Mustang GT.
Well, that sounds great. Just some parts.
Just some parts.
Ooh.
Oh! Burke swats that one. Noah Allen going the other way. Gets the basket and the foul on Jaden Stein.
Well, Rebels definitely not rolling over and quitting here at the end, which is in a game that can't have gone the way they had hoped. Burke comes out.
Allen's free throw is good. Willis over to Stein. We call offensive foul. Manship really trying to get his money's worth, picking up 2 fouls in his time here.
Got to get the stats somehow.
That one was on Stein. Ball movement. Saylor tries another three. Off the mark. Rebounded by Charlie Halcomb. Charlie has it poked away from behind.
Nice job by Willis, though, cutting off the outlet pass.
Yeah. Elijah Allen was running free. Allen for three. Hits it. And that will do it. Here as the clock runs out. The final score here from Charlottesville, Indiana. The Eastern Hancock Royals 86. The Randolph Southern Rebels 61. Eastern Hancock will move to 6-1 on the season and 3-0 in Mid-Eastern Conference play. Randolph Southern will move to 4-2 on the season or 4-3 on the season and 1-1 in Mid-Eastern Conference play. We will take a break and we'll be right back with final stats after some words from the IHSAA.
High school football fans, welcome back to Friday night, to pure spirit, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school football.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back!
This is Friday night. This is Indiana high school football. This is your IHSAA. This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
All right, here. We're going to go run you down the final stats first for the Eastern Hancock Royals.
We had three guys with 20 leading the way. Jake Spalding with 23, Silas with 21, and Grant Gray with 20, followed up by Rubel with 12. You said that's his career high for the varsity.
Yep.
Eddie with 8, and Luke Morris contributed 2.
I think Gray had a season high as well. His previous season high was 13.
I wondered.
A couple rebounding totals here. Jake Spalding with 5, Silas Spalding with 6, Edric Miller with 5. I had Grant Gray with 8 rebounds.
Sounds about right.
Caden Rubel with 7 and Luke Morris with 2. For the Randolph Southern Rebels, they were led by Wyatt Saylor, who had 21 points, including 5 3-pointers and 2 rebounds. Second was Elijah Allen, who had 16 points and 6 rebounds. Joe Burke got his 6th double-double of the season with 14 points and 13 rebounds. And Noah Allen had 10 points, including 2 3-pointers. Eastern Hancock Royals were 11 of 14 from the free throw line. Randolph Southern Rebels were 6 out of 9 from the free throw line. So again, a game that's, you know, the final score is not indicative to how this game was played. There was a couple bursts by the Royals. Felt like each time was about a 15-point burst that really blew that game open.
Yep.
We talked about it before, though. Randolph Southern averaging 63 points a game. So, you know, we held them in check, but they tested our defense a lot more than we've been tested in the last couple weeks. Eastern Hancock put up 86 points. The last time we scored 80 points was in the sectional last year, the sectional semifinal. I believe that was against Lincoln. We scored 80. Almost got to 90, but last time we did that was in the sectional, the first round against Union County. So, again, Eastern Hancock moving on to what did I say? 6-1 on the season.
Yep.
And big games next week. So stay tuned with us because next week we're going to play 4 really big games. On Tuesday at 11 a.m. and 3 p.m., we've got 2 games. 11 a.m. we are playing Bloomington South from IU East, the Lingle gym over there. We'll be there covering it with a radio broadcast. They're doing Richmond, who hosts the Bob Wettig Invitational Tournament, is doing their own broadcast, and they were gracious enough to allow us to do an audio broadcast, so we'll be doing that. And then we'll be at Richmond High School at 3 o'clock with broadcasting. Again, it'll be audio only against North Decatur. If we win both those games, then we're in a really good situation. We're going to play some really good teams and play 2 good games the following day. I don't know times yet. The times on Wednesday will be determined by how we do on Tuesday. But Bloomington South, it's not often you see a coach who is so much more experienced than Aaron Spalding, but I believe J.R. Holmes has 3 times the wins that Aaron Spalding does. The winningest coach in the state of Indiana. So that'll be a fun one. I watched them on film a little bit. It'll be a really entertaining game. So, like I said, I will be there next week with the audio broadcast of those games. So tune in and listen. It'll be midday, so what else do you have to do?
Right. Hey, and if you are concerned about whether you miss them because we don't know the second day of the tournament yet, hey, subscribe, right?
Exactly.
You get notified. You subscribe to our pages, and you follow us on Facebook or Twitter or whatever, and you'll get an update as soon as we know.
The other great game that's going to be there next week, I would advise listening to me and then coming out to the girls' game against Monroe Central.
Oh, yeah, Tuesday night.
On Tuesday night against Monroe Central Golden Bears. That's could be for a conference championship. Both teams undefeated in conference play, and that could decide the Mid-Eastern Conference Championship. So you want to do our Paxton Farms player of the game?
Yeah, my first thought is when you throw in the peripheral stuff and the defense is Grant Gray.
Absolutely, that's what I was thinking too.
He guarded. It wasn't just him, but he guarded Joe Burke quite often when we were there. He had what'd you say, 8 rebounds?
8 rebounds.
8 rebounds to go along with his career high 20 points, and he seemed to get his hand on a lot of balls that were going across the middle too, and he did a great job on Burke.
It was kind of, he said Grant's been slumping a little bit. He has, what did I say? He's been shooting 27%, only hit 9 threes through the first 6 games. He hit 4 here tonight. So a good game for Grant Gray, nice bounce back. So Grant Gray is our Paxton Farms Sweet Corn player of the game here this evening. So again, whether you're a Royal fan or a Rebel fan, we want to thank you guys for tuning in tonight and listening to us. Hopefully we did a great job. We want to say Merry Christmas to everybody and stay safe over this holiday weekend. I know we're going to have some nasty weather coming in, so hopefully you get all your traveling done and you're not having to travel during the bad weather. So thanks for tuning in tonight, folks. Again, Eastern Hancock wins 86-49.